guys? It's your boy Cielshock from USA Mini4wd Drive Racing Squad, and I'm a teacher here in Noobworx. And today's episode is gonna be Semi-AT Bumper version 2. Of course, before I start my video, you know the drill. I gotta say shout out to High Speed Matrixx Oil and High Speed Matrixx Power Cleaner. If you guys are interested in these two amazing products, I have the link at the description below. Alright, so last week we did the version of the Semi-AT bumper. That would be the version 1. And if you guys are new to this channel and you're interested with this video, that's the thumbnail. You can look it on my playlist. It's gonna be on all Noobworx playlists, and it's also gonna be in the how-to playlist. But today we are going to show you how to make a Semi-AT bumper version 2. What are the difference between the Semi-AT bumper version 1 and the version 2? Version 1 is a little bit lighter compared to the version 2, which is heavier. And then also the version 2 is durable, more durable compared to the version 1. The version 1 is a little bit less durable, but it still gets the job done. I'm not saying it doesn't work. And also the version 2 is a little bit more expensive because you need another part. Because if you are into the budget side, you can go for the version 1. It's just going to be a little bit lighter and it's going to be a little bit weaker, but still gets the job done. I know carbon parts are very expensive, so I'm giving you options over here. So before we move on to our Semi-AT bumper version 2, Geeshock's going to help me with the tools. Heat it, Geeshock.
Thank you, Cielshock. And here are the tools that we need to make our Semi-AT bumper. So first is we need our rotary tool, and it doesn't need to be a Dremel brand. Any brand will do. Second is our drill bit set. This is to make the holes bigger for an FRP or carbon plate. And last but not the least is our round filing tool, and this is we need to use to make those holes bigger manually. So Cielshock will gonna show you how to do it.
Alright guys, so I'm back. Last week we did a Semi-AT bumper. That's the version 1. Today we are going to do the version 2. The items that we need is item number 95123. Again, it's item number 95123, which is this high-grade carbon reinforcing plate for 13 and 19 millimeter. Today we are using this copy parts. It's pretty much the same thing. The other one is copy part and the other one's original. Of course, I don't want to waste an original part for this video. Alright, next part would be the metal bushings. Can be found in low friction plastic roller set, item number 15381. Again, item number 15381. Next would be the sliding damper spring set. We are gonna get the soft one, AO1046, item number 10321. Again, sliding damper spring set, AO1046, item number 10321. Next would be this metal bearing set, AO1002, item number 94381. Item number 94381, AO1002. Alright, so these are all the Tamiya parts that we need. Also, we need some super glue, and let's get it started. Also, now let this get out of the way. We need the two high-grade carbon reinforcing plate first. So we also need some screws, because that's what we're gonna do to lap them up, to align them. So what we're basically going to do is we're going to glue these two popsicles using this Gorilla Glue. Any glue will do. You can do Crazy Glue, you can do Mighty Bond, any super glue, but I prefer using this. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to spread it all over to the first carbon plate, nice and even, to make it flat. You know, I'm kind of a little bit sloppy right now because I'm not even wearing gloves, but we're going to use that super glue, lock him up, align it nice together. So if you are not sure if you guys are aligned, you can use these screws to align it up. So basically it aligns it when you put screws in the hole like this. And we are going to lock it up with some nuts. And once it is nice and tight, we are going to let it dry for a few seconds. Actually, even a minute will do because this super glue dries really quick. There you go. Alright, just make sure it's all lined up. Wipe all the extra glue so it doesn't dry and make it really ugly. And let's wait for a little bit. See? Then we're going to make it dry. Alright, so now that it's all dry, we are going to remove this screws right here. If it will come out. It's kind of tight. There you go. Now I'm using this nut driver. It's kind of tight because some of the glue goes to the screw. That's normal. Don't panic. Don't worry about that. You just have to put an extra effort on taking it out. There you go. It's kind of tight still, so I'm using my long nose over here to take it out. But don't panic, guys, because that's normal. Alright, so look at this. Alright, so these are nice and tight and they are together. So next, what we are going to do now is we are going to use this Dremel bit set. We are going to use 2 bits because I don't know which one is the right one yet. So there's 2. It's one, the other one is bigger. Other one's 3mm and I think the other one is 2 point something, but it's a Dremel bit set. It's 7x64 and the other one is 1/8. So we are using the 7x64 first, and we need my Dremel tool, obviously, my rotary tool. All right. So in drilling this, you gotta make sure it's in a speed that it's not gonna toast or it's gonna ruin the carbon. So it's gonna be slowly be drilled like this. Take your time, don't rush. It can get stuck like this, but it's normal. Just pull it slowly, don't force it. And you gotta be super slow so it won't be too big, because sometimes when the speed of the Dremel is too fast, it can make it really slow. I mean, it can make it really big, the hole. Alright, so now, let me clean the dust a little bit, and let's test fit it. So you can see, the point is to put the bearings inside the carbon, the bushings I mean, but the bushing won't fit. So we are going to try using this filing tool to make it bigger. So for now, I'm gonna try to make it bigger using the filing tool because I'm not sure yet how much is the size of the hole that we need. But once we figure it out, and maybe we need some adjustments, or maybe we can use a bigger drill bit, we can go straight up use a bigger drill bit instead of using this filing tool. But for now, I'm using this filing tool to slowly make the hole bigger. Alright, so let's test fit this again. Still tight. We have to make it a little bit bigger. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna switch the drill bit. I'm gonna use this 1/8 3mm drill bit, and slowly, see, it can get stuck in times, but you should take your time, because rushing it is no good. You might commit some mistakes. Alright, so let's clean it up a little bit and let's see if it's gonna fit. There you go. So that's the right drill bit size. We're gonna use the 1/8 right there, the last one on the set. So we are going to do it slowly. Alright, so this one will take a little while, and as you can see, it's kind of smoking because it's hot. Don't force it too much. If you have to stop, you gotta stop. And also the reason why it's kind of hard to drill it because of the super glue that we put. So that makes the carbon tougher to drill. But that's really normal, pretty normal. Right? We're gonna do this side, if it will let me. And you just have to be patient in doing this. There you go. Went through finally. And now we have our other hole. Test fit it again. Oops. Alright. And there you go. That's what it should look like. And now, to secure the spots, we are going to glue this. We make sure remove all the carbon dust. Alright? I'm pretty sure some people have better way of gluing this, but this is my way. Some people will use the glue that you can use a drop, but I like using the brush. So what I'm basically gonna do is gonna put like a little dab on the holes really quick like this. Just a quick dab because it dries really quick. Then put the bushings in like that real quick. Gonna make sure there's no super glue that goes inside the bushings, so we're gonna wipe it right away. And if there's some bubbles, we're just gonna blow it. Some people can use aerosol dust remover, but sometimes I just blow this and just wipe the extra super glue. All right. So we're gonna wait until it dries, and then we're gonna put it in. All right, so now that it's dried out, what we're gonna do is we're gonna file the extended bushings on the plate using our filing tool. This is our flat filing tool. So the reason why we're doing this is just to remove the extended bushing metal part, copper part that's protruding over the bumper or the carbon plate, so it gets evened out. Keep doing this until you even it out, and then dust it. Make sure you remove all the carbon dust. So this is what it looks like. It should be all even out. That's the top one, and that's the bottom one. So now we're gonna clean this up, and then after we're gonna clean this up, we are going to test fit it and put it on my Super 2 build. All right. So this is our Super 2. I already removed the underguard because last time I have it there, people are messaging me about why do I still need the underguard. I said I don't need it because I'm just prototyping. So now I removed it, so there would be no confusions anymore. So now we're gonna put this semi-AT bumper version 2. We put the springs on top, and obviously we are going to use the metal bushings to secure it. Again, I'm prototyping, so I'm putting just the nut, not lock nuts, but ideally you have to use a lock nut or a ball cap to secure it so it's nice and tight. I'm just using nuts for now because I'm just prototyping, and I just want to show you how it works. It should work like this. And on the other side, we're putting the metal bushings again, and then put the nut on top. So as I've mentioned earlier, version 1 and version 2, there's only quite few differences. So you can see how it works. It should be not too hard. It should be soft. So we're using the soft springs, because if we're using a hard spring, it will be the opposite of what we're trying to achieve. You have to check too if there's a negative angle. There you see, it's nice and secure, so you're good to go. This is our semi-AT auto track bumper version 2. All right, and when you make this will give you an advantage when you're recovering on a track coming from a slope. And I have my version here, my other version. It's the same version too, but I put it on my bumper on my other build. And it's pretty good. So you can see it's nice and soft. So you can not only just use it in the rear part, you can also use it as a front bumper. Alright, so as I've mentioned last time, this version is heavier than the first version. It's also a little bit more expensive because there are 2 popsicles that we are using, and also it's heavier compared to the first version. So the first version will still get the job done. This is just on a heavy side, more durable, and a little bit more expensive. It's the same exact thing. It's for recovery purposes when you approach a track wall coming from a slope. And as you can see, this is nice and soft, right? So that's how it works. So again, this is Cielshock from City USA Mini 4-Wheel Drive Racing Squad, and I'm a teacher here in Noobworx. If you like this video, hit like. Please don't forget to subscribe. And if you don't like this video, hit dislike too. As I always say, we learn from you, learn from us. Always race humble. Peace.